Thank you for listening in to the story I have to share to you guys today. Last week, I shared a story to you all about how a servant of a centurion had an encounter with Jesus and how he was healed. Today, we're going to be talking about how Jesus goes out into the water in the boat and has an interesting event. This is the story. Now, Jesus told his disciples, let's go on the other side of the lake. So they get on the boat. When they get on the boat, all of a sudden, there's a storm. And in the storm, the waters are coming into the boat so much that the boat is almost ready to sink. And they're going to drown. And the disciples are so scared that Jesus is going to sleep for a while. And they go up to him and they come up to him, Lord, Lord, save us. We're drowning. And Jesus wakes up and he looks at them and he says, where is your faith, man? And he gets up and he looks at the waters and the winds and he rebukes them. And everything is calm. The disciples looked at him with amazement. They were marveling and saying, who is this? That he gives orders to the waters and the winds and they obey him. This is the story about how Jesus calms the storm. But something else happens as they get to the other side of the lake. But if you come next week, you'll hear that story. So I have a few questions I want to ask you all. What did you like about the story? Is there anything that you liked about the story? It was short.
Reminds me of a little song I used to hear. When Jesus is in the boat, everything's okay.
What? Was there something that you didn't like for the story?
No, I liked it.
No, I liked it too. Yeah.
Who were some of the characters in the story?
Jesus.
Yeah, there's always Jesus, you can't go wrong with that.
Disciples?
Disciples, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, was there anybody else that? Not much, right? That's about it, Jesus and the disciples. What was going on? What happened?
They were in
The
a boat,
storm.
and their storm.
Storm, boat,
They're crossing the lake.
crossing the lake.
Storm hit them. They were about ready to sink.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to drown.
It's a short story, but what type of character do you see Jesus having in the story? And do you see any characteristics out there that stick out that Jesus might have been?
Calmness, and
He was
he
asleep,
was
right? Yeah.
totally in control of the situation. But they maybe didn't know that or realize it at the time. The disciples didn't realize it at the time, but he was totally in control of the situation.
He was.
And
What? Okay. What? How can we apply this to our lives? This story. I mean, is there any application you see? Jesus told disciples, "Let's go to the other side." Get in the boat, and he goes to sleep. His disciples are scared. Storm comes, the storm wakes up. I mean, how can we apply this to our lives today?
Well, if we have Jesus with us, we don't need to be afraid.
It's true.
we're going to go through a lot of tough things. We do go through a lot of tough things. But we need to learn like the disciples had to learn, or were learning, that Jesus is greater than these difficulties that we go through. And he puts things that, he calms things down when we trust him. And he wants us to trust him because he is in control.
All right. Thank you for sitting in this story, and hopefully we'll have another chance to hear some more later on.